Hi guys, today we're going to talk about 10 ways to boost your emotional resilience. And this will be a two-part video. So today we're going to be focusing on 1 to 5. So where have we got our research from? Well, our research is based on Resilience, the Science of Mastering Life's Greatest Challenges by Stephen Southwich and Dennis Charney. They've spent over 20 years of research speaking to people who've gone through the most unimaginable situations. Those who were put in prison camps, who survived the Holocaust, who've had huge losses in their lives. And what they've done is they've compiled the 10 reasons or the 10 ways that they've been able to boost their emotional resilience. So let's start with number 1. And this probably sounds a little bit trite, but it's all about being optimistic. You can have a positive outlook, but a realistic worldview. It's all about being confident yet pragmatic and focus on what you can change. Too many of us, we focus on things that are outside of our control, but what we don't do is focus on the things that we can positively influence ourselves. I've heard so many times that people say, I can't do it. Well, if you say you can do it or you can't, you'll always be right. So making the positive and looking for the best in every situation is definitely a common theme of how to boost your emotional resilience. Number 2, face your fears. And I can talk about this quite personally. I used to have a fear of the dentist. I had a horrible car accident when I was much younger, and I smashed my jaw in 30 places. And after one difficult, shall we say, time in the dentist chair, I didn't go to the dentist for 10 years. And it wasn't until I broke a tooth that I realized I had to face this fear head on. My husband took me to the dentist like a small child, crying my eyes out. And I sat in the chair and I think the dentist probably thought I was a nut job. But we gradually built trust. We gradually built a situation where I could sit in the chair without freaking out. And it took time, but actually by facing my fear head on, I'm now able to sit in the dentist chair without my husband in the same room. And who thought I'd ever be able to do that? It's also a way of thinking, well, if I can overcome the dentist, what other things can I overcome in my life? Number 3, it's about developing a strong value system. It's having that strong moral compass so you know what you stand for and what you stand against. If you have got a strong foundation in your life of who you are more likely to be able to have a stronger way of dealing with and keeping your emotional resilience. Number 4, and this doesn't surprise me really, it's about having a focus on a religious belief or a spiritual belief. So those who have a religious faith tend to have a stronger emotional resilience. Now for some, it could just be the belief that there is a higher being who is in charge, so that the control is with them, so they feel less responsible. Or it could be about building the community and having a community around them of like-minded individuals. Or it could be that they are following a book, whether it's the Bible, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Torah, and they're seeing how life pans out and listening to the promises of their God. Who knows? But it's been proven to boost emotional resilience. Number 5, it's about having that great support network. We've spoken before about balcony and basement people and surrounding ourselves with people who uplift us. As human beings, we need social interactions to function. It releases a chemical in our brain which calms the mind and reduces stress. There's nothing better than spending time with a good friend or family member and just genuinely having a social interaction, having a laugh, and actually it just takes away some of the problems of the day. So that's the first 5 tips for boosting your emotional resilience. The next video will focus on the next 5.